how do you overcome fear when you face obstacles or when you have to make the choice? Mary Ann.
Hi, yeah. So I guess I've discovered that unless you're a little bit uncomfortable, you're probably not growing. So I tend to view fear as sort of a companion to me trying to do things that are just pushing my own boundaries a little bit. So I don't try and eliminate fear, to be honest. I just sit with it a little bit. I name it. I ask myself, I kind of have that inner conversation. What are you trying to protect me from? And let's see if that's real or not. Um, and I guess, is it guiding me or is it trying to hold me back? Right. And I really kind of have that discernment around fear now. And I guess I ask myself a really simple question. Um, what does my wise self know here? What does the wise part of me know here? And I think that internal pause just allows me to sort of move forward with some groundedness, with some clarity, rather than reactivity from a fear-based, maybe survival instinct. I think that's probably where my relationship with fear has evolved to over the years.
Yeah, thank you. Vangelis.
There was a project that was done in Brazil, and there was a $6 million order that was on possible cancellation. And the country manager called me and said, I would like for you to come over here and get this resolved. And there was a gentleman that was working at Cisco at the time, and he said, I'm coming up with this new course. I'd like for you to look at it. So I go out there to this place in Brazil, and I'm thinking, okay, they're wanting me to resolve possibly a technical issue and stuff. And I'm thinking, how am I going to do this? And the thought came to me, well, let's see what Sean sent me. So I look at his CD, and it's all about projects and how to work with them and how to get past stalled pieces and all this kind of stuff. And I thought, I didn't even know what I had. So people say, you have the answers. Well, so part of what I had to realize is that whatever situation I'm in, the answer is also provided. And a lot of times we don't realize it. And so it's just looking around and just sitting back and just realizing, okay, I know what to do here. And then you just look for it. So a lot of times we don't realize what we have, and just realize that if you can just think and not just, impulsively do things. To me, the just take action thing doesn't always work, because if I don't have a vision of what I'm doing, it's very difficult. If I just sit back and pause and relax and realize, okay, time is on my side, even though people, you have to do a time frame, then that's what helps me. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Peter.
Thank you. Yes, boldest decision I've made, and what was the result? I went from the very safe space of very comfortable life of doing something that my heart and my gut said was no longer serving me or other people. I went all in on a technology that nobody understood in this country, and I experimented over several months with fairly low-end devices and ended up spending close to $50,000 US dollars, and bought the first of these systems in Europe. So that was a big decision, and I thought, well, it will fail, as I mentioned earlier. It didn't. People told people. We spent nothing on marketing and advertising at the time. The business has now grown from my small community in my garden room to, we have offices, studios now in central London, up into Scotland and in between, and a national training academy. That was a big decision. I went all in on something that I thought I didn't know anything about. But so much of it was based on, I know I'm an INTJ personality type, which is quite unusual, quite rare. There's a lot of intuition, and it's the architect. We tend to put things together, but it's not just having a good idea, it's executing it. And that the hard work and the result from that now is, I expected it to fail. That was probably a relatively healthy response initially, because it made me work hard. I am a bit of a perfectionist, as Daniel said. You have to act rather than just think. So I got busy, and the result is we're now helping thousands of lives, and our aim is to help 1 million lives in the UK. And we've partnered with the most prestigious brand of this equipment in the US, and they've never partnered with anybody. Pulse PEMF in the US. We were nothing, and now they're like, hey, we love the way you guys are using this technology and how you're changing lives. So it was a big decision. Things have worked so far, and the results are we're energizing life across the UK and hopefully further afield.